So traders, I'm going to teach you my number one most powerful trading pattern that I look for every single day in the markets, regardless of what market, time frame, or instrument I'm looking for. This is the number one type of pattern I'm looking for to get involved with the market. So let's get straight into it, guys. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So let me share this with you here. So before I do start on today's training, guys, one thing I want to sort of embark on you getting ahead of the markets, right, is taking a lot of different screenshots in the markets, right? Taking a lot of different screenshots. And when I say take screenshots, I mean like find the patterns that you like and then take 1,000 screenshots of that. Why? Why are you doing that? One, so you can actually see the screenshot of the actual pattern itself. Secondly, you can find the ingredients to what makes a successful trade. 3, you can start to find out the trades that when they do start to fail, you can learn how to get out fast because they're not working and what to look for. Makes sense? So that's one thing I do say. I'm a very, very, very big component in taking screenshots in these markets from here, right? So that's what I'm looking at from there. So the one pattern that I'm always looking for is I'm looking at the markets, right? The actual markets itself. And I'm always looking at that with a moving average, okay? So that with a moving average. And there's so many things I can actually teach you guys. If you'd like to learn my actual trading system, guys, then that first link in the description there, I've got a free, I think it's like a 60-minute training video, walking you through step by step, showing you real life examples, all the details to the actual trading system itself, right? What step 1, step 2, step 3, the type of entry, so on and so forth. So, but in this video, I want to give you a really good sort of a view on why it's so powerful to have this type of pattern in the markets and why I believe it can increase your success rate in your trading from there. So the one thing that I'm always looking for, let me go down to here. Where is this other screenshot from here? Oh, there we go. Cool. Right. So whenever I'm looking at the markets myself, okay? So if I'm looking at, say, for example, and I'll show you this here. So whenever I'm looking at, say, the daily charts, right? If I'm looking at the daily charts, I like to use a 52 moving average. Why a 52? It's just what I learned from one of my earliest mentors. John, but what about a 50? Do you think a 50 is going to make a big difference? Right? So it's not really that. It's more about what I'm about to share with you, okay? So what I'm always looking for is this. Let me bring this down to here for a minute. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for what I call my L-shaped type of a pattern. That's the first thing I'm looking for, right? So there's 2 things that goes into this pattern. It's the market itself and a moving average, okay? Now again, this here, my blue moving average here is a 52 moving average. These are different markets and so on and so forth, right? But as you can see, they're similar type of patterns through here, okay? So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for my L-shaped type of a pattern, right? My L-shaped type of a pattern. I'm looking for either the market to go down and across like that. Now there's two different types of two different types of L-shaped patterns. I want to share this with you, okay? So there's either that and then literally straight across, or there is that and then what happens is it comes up like this here, like that through there, right? So we have these 2 types of, this is more flat and this is more like slightly up, but you can see it's like an L-shaped pattern. Same for the upside, right? Same for the upside. I'm looking for up and then across. That's a perfect L-shaped pattern. That's the step number 1. Or we could have up and then slow like this coming down, right? Or like that. See, that's like an L-shaped pattern. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see this thing coming like a V. We don't want down up and we don't want up down. This is a V type of pattern. We don't want to see that. Now this is the actual price action here, okay? The actual chart itself. Then what I'm looking for when this is happening is I'm looking for this L shape or this sideways movement to come to the 52 moving average, okay? I'm looking for it to come to the 52 moving average. So that's the first thing I'm looking forward to. And let me actually, I'm gonna draw this. I'm gonna use this red line as an example because I'm using blue here. But I want to share this with you. So I want the L-shaped pattern to come to like this here. I want the moving average to be coming straight down like this here, and the market coming through there. I want the moving average coming straight down like that, and this market come to the moving average. That's for the downside, right? For the upside, I want the up and sideways. I want the sideways to come to what? The 52, and the moving average needs to be like this here. And same thing for here, right? I'm looking for 52 to be up, strong up like that through there, right? So I'm looking for a L-shaped type of a pattern on the downside, or an upside down L-shaped type of a pattern, not a V, but an upside. And then I'm looking for it to come to a strong moving average. I don't want to see the moving average doing this because that's flat. It must be this L shape with a strong moving average, okay? So if I go to my actual charts here, and I'll show you this here. So this is the example through here. So these are the different examples I've taken screenshots of, and some of these are trades and so on and so forth, right? So look at what we have here. This is so powerful, right? Look at this here. So we have what? We have, check this out. I'll draw this from let's go to, we'll go blue, okay? Down and across, see the L-shaped pattern? And see the moving average coming down? Beautiful. A nice, beautiful shorting opportunity, right? What do we have here? Up, sideways. See the 52 coming up? A nice, beautiful buying opportunity, right? This one here, down and across. What do we have through there, right? Same thing. Look at this here. Down and across all through there like that. Moving average coming down. Moving average coming down. Right? Same thing through here. Look at this here. Strong moving average coming up. We have up, and then we have this sideways period overall, and then nice move up through there, and this one through here as well too, right? So it's more like a sideways movement overall with a strong moving average. Now this is when I'm looking at a daily chart. If I'm looking at, say, the weekly charts, or I'm utilizing it on a much lower time frame, then I'm starting to utilize this. I'm starting to utilize the 24 moving average, right? So if I'm utilizing this from an actual perspective of an hourly chart or a weekly chart, I like to use the 24. Why the 24? I don't know. It's just the number that I like to use. John, what about a 20? You can use a 20 if you want, okay? But the number's not that important. What is it? It's the angle, right? It's the, what do we need? What do we need? We need what? The 24 to be like this, right? Strong up. And then we have the sideways period. We need the 24 to be coming down like this. And then we have a sideways period, right? So that's the most important part. And as you can see, here's a different screenshot of different markets from an hourly chart perspective, right? And again, this is only what I call rule number 2. This is rule number, for me, this is rule number 2 and 3 out of 5 rules that I look for an actual really high quality trading setup. And what am I looking for here? It's pretty much the same sort of thing, isn't it? Right? Same sort of thing. I'm looking for up, sideways, strong moving average. Up, see that L shape? Moving average coming through. Up, look at this here. That was actually beautiful, wasn't it? Nice sideways, and then the strong moving average coming through, and then away we go. Up, sideways, strong moving average, and away we go. Up, sideways, and a strong moving average, and away we go. Up, sideways, and a strong moving average, and away we go. Up, sideways, and the moving average starts to become strong, and away we go. So it really is, again, you can see what happens with the markets, and the only way to see this here, as you can tell, that it's not about zooming right in, right? It's not about zooming right in to see like what's happening on this one candle. Do you notice how it's more like a collective, right? To actually see these patterns form in real time. And let me bring this up to here. I actually shared this with my coaching clients. Where was it? This one here, right? To actually see, like for example, this is a screenshot to the left. Look how close this looks, right? Look at this here. So you've got the strong moving average coming down through here. And what did we have? We had the sideways movement and then we had a nice movement on the downside, right? So again, this is not talking about entry signals. This is not talking about saying this is the exact entry signal. This is talking about like really the setup to give you some things that go out there and do some homework on yourself, okay? So for example, that's a trade that happened a while ago, but right now today as I speak, guess what I'm getting? I'm getting the exact same thing, right? I'm getting strong and I'm getting this sideways movement from here. Right, so there's a high probability we're probably likely to have some nice movement on the downside from here. Now again, guys, once again, what I'm teaching you right now is number 2 and number 3 out of my 5 rules that I look for to make sure I'm ensuring that I'm getting into a really, really good trade. Then also, there's no guarantees of making a profit as well too, right? So we have this set up here, we have this set up through here, we have all these set up through here. It's really just a sideways moving average. And then what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the setup, and then I'm looking for the exact entry candle for me to get in on as well.